You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you're ready to know. You are always welcome home, welcome home. Come back where you're ready to know. You are always welcome home, welcome home. Come back where you're ready to know.
Ninjio, Episode 509, Death Smish. Security topic, smishing. Starring Robert Davi as Frank. A hack known as Blue Leaks recently exposed an enormous amount of highly sensitive law enforcement data, including the personal information of over 700,000 police professionals.
Hey, this better be good.
Good might not be the word for it, Diana. Your cover's been blown.
Are you kidding me, Frank? I've been gone from my family for 8 months, something I never wanted to do, all so the department could take down the cartel. And now you're telling me it was for nothing? How'd this happen?
Hackers. They stole a bunch of highly sensitive data, including your file. They used a method called smishing to get it done.
I've heard of it. Same as phishing, only it comes through text messages instead of email.
Exactly. Turns out, the 9-year-old son of a lieutenant in our department borrowed his dad's phone so he could send a text. After sending the text, he noticed another message about a package delivery. Thinking it was for something the family ordered for his birthday, he clicked the attached link, which turned out to be a smishing attack. Instead of allowing him to track a package, the link downloaded malware onto the lieutenant's phone, which then infected the department's network as soon as he signed on to the Wi-Fi at the precinct under his command.
Which allowed the hackers to steal official records, including the identities of undercover agents like myself. Fantastic.
What's truly unfortunate is this all could have easily been avoided if the LT had simply deleted the malicious text as soon as he got it, instead of letting it sit on his phone.
Also a bad idea letting his kid, or anyone for that matter, use his department-issued phone. Always comes down to human error, doesn't it?
Oh, there's more. Not only is the entire case against the cartel blown, I also recommended you be put into the Federal Protection Program, along with the rest of your family.
Frank!
Huh? Before you say anything, look.
Mommy? Mommy!
Diana, this is the only way to guarantee her safety.
I've always trusted you, Frank. If you think this is what's best,
I do.
then let's do this.
Never click embedded links or download apps directly from a text message. Immediately delete SMS text messages from unknown, untrusted, or random sources, especially if there is an embedded link. If you are unsure about an SMS text message with an embedded link, go to the source website that you trust and find the information directly from the source. Don't let other people, especially children, use your work devices, even for something as simple as sending a text message.
Let's play source one.
Ninjio, Episode 509, Death Smish. Security topic, smishing. Starring Robert Davi as Frank. A hack known as Blue Leaks recently exposed an enormous amount of highly sensitive law enforcement data, including the personal information of over 700,000 police professionals.
Hey, better be good.
Good might not be the word for it, Diana. Your cover's been blown.
Are you kidding me, Frank? I've been gone from my family for 8 months, something I never wanted to do. All so the department could take down the cartel. And now you're telling me it was for nothing? How'd this happen?
Hackers. They stole a bunch of highly sensitive data, including your file. They used a method called smishing to get it done.
I've heard of it. Same as phishing, only it comes through text messages instead of email.
Exactly. Turns out, the 9-year-old son of the lieutenant in our department borrowed his dad's phone so he could send a text. After sending the text, he noticed another message about a package delivery. Thinking it was for something the family ordered for its birthday, he clicked the attached link, which turned out to be a smishing attack. Instead of allowing him to track a package, the link downloaded malware onto the lieutenant's phone, which then infected the department's network as soon as he signed on to the Wi-Fi at the precinct under his command.
Which allowed the hackers to steal official records, including the identities of undercover agents like myself. Fantastic.
What's truly unfortunate is this all could have easily been avoided if the LT had simply deleted the malicious text as soon as he got it, instead of letting it sit on his phone.
Also a bad idea letting his kid, or anyone for that matter, use his department-issued phone. Always comes down to human error, doesn't it?
Oh, there's more. Not only is the entire case against the cartel blown, I also recommended you be put into the Federal Protection Program, along with the rest of your family.
Frank!
Huh? Before you say anything, look.
Mommy? Mommy!
Diana, this is the only way to guarantee her safety.
I've always trusted you, Frank. If you think this is what's best,
I do.
then let's do this.
Never click embedded links or download apps directly from a text message. Immediately delete SMS text messages from unknown, untrusted, or random sources, especially if there is an embedded link. If you are unsure about an SMS text message with an embedded link, go to the source website that you trust and find the information directly from the source. Don't let other people, especially children, use your work devices, even for something as simple as sending a text message.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. Let's go straight to the quiz and see what we have for the day. So we have 4 to 5 questions to answer as far as the video we watched is concerned. The first one being, should we ever give a child access to your work devices? Should you ever give a child access to your work device? Can someone help me in answering this question? Is it yes or a no? Should I give my child access to my work device? Is it allowed?
No.
Thank you. Okay, no. The second one being true or false, smishing refers to a method of phishing that's delivered via text message. Smishing refers to a
True.
method of phishing. That's okay, true. Thank you very much. The third question being true or false, you should delete SMS text messages from sources you do not recognize. You should delete SMS messages from sources you don't recognize. The last being, it is possible to install malware in your mobile device simply by clicking a link. True or false? Is it possible to install a malware? Is it true or false?
True.
Okay, true. Okay, so let's see if we can complete the quiz. Okay, congratulations to all of us for the pass. It's 100%. And thank you very much, guys, for being with me through watching the mandatory training as well as answering the questions. So welcome you guys to our weekly session, the Threat Intelligence Seminar. Today is it's a different day. It's a new day, as we have people both in-house and outside. I mean, our jurisdictions, outside our borders, outside our networks. People are joining from all over the world via LinkedIn as well as Facebook. So we welcome each and every one of us to these all important meetings. This meeting happen every Wednesday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Ghana time, that's GMT. So anyone around the world can join this meeting via LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social media handles. So let's move straight into today's, duty. We shared our flyers that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about vulnerability management, a hands-on for that matter on Qualys. And we've always been talking about vulnerability management. And today, our resource person for this all-important meeting happens to be Mr. Paul, but he had an emergency of which it will be very difficult for him to be part of us today. But we have something so important, something unique, something different that we can share with people around us. And today being the first time that we're streaming on LinkedIn and Facebook, we know many people will join from around the world. That's some of them are familiar with cybersecurity, others are not. So it is important that we go basic when it comes to cybersecurity so that they also have something to take home. So when we go deeper into technical things, it will be very difficult for a first timer to be able to apprehend, understand, or to pick something. So it is with this that I decided to treat a special topic that we've already treated on this platform, but because of our brothers and sisters who will be joining from outside our network, from people from different working environments, because they'll be joining us. So it's important that we give them something that they will take home. So we are just going to do something short on password management. That is something that every one of us uses. We use password, we use keys to lock our doors and the rest of the things. And as well do a simple demonstration on some of the softwares or tools that we can use to have a safe our passwords. So we're going to move straight to today's duty, and it's going to be a password management. So effective password management is essential to protecting personal and sensitive information from an unauthorized access. So all that we're doing is we protecting ourselves, we protecting our important information or assets from falling into the wrong hands. When we live in our various homes, we make sure that we lock our doors. We have lockers in the house. We have some important things that we keep in those lockers or safes within the house. And then we have keys that we lock the main door of the house. Why do we do that? Because we are afraid that when we leave our asset or our doors open, it should be an easy pass for malicious people or bad people or criminals or thieves to be able to enter into our property and our premises and then do away with our important assets. The same applies here when you're dealing with the computer and then the organization systems and what have you. Every single organization has important assets that he or she is protecting. So the main asset, the biggest asset of every organization, as we all know, is the data that he or she is keeping. So the data will protect it from falling into the wrong hands. Okay, so data breach could cause a lot of problems to every single organization. It's with this that we always look at, we always create some awareness, we always tell people to be aware of, dumpster divings or divers, to be aware, to be careful with shoulder surfing, to be careful with, tailgating and the rest of it. These are all means that, malicious people, that criminals use to get to us to be able to steal our sensitive information. This all falls on what? Protecting on data breach. Okay, I made mention of dumpster diving, which is just disposing of something that you don't need. For instance, you printed out a paper from a printer that maybe you think the printing isn't all that clear, so you decide to put that particular paper into the dustbin, okay, of which that particular paper contains some sensitive information or organizational information that you failed to, shred it well before putting it in the dustbin. You just folded it and put it in the dustbin. So when a bad person comes to the trash, he can easily pick that paper and try to straighten it and then be able to read all the information that are on that particular paper. So it is important that when we are going to throw our trash, we make sure that whatever documents, whatever papers that we have in it is well shredded, or if there is any information on it, we try to cancel it and clean it very well before dumping it into the dustbin, because there has been so many instances where organizational important messages, important informations is being taken via this dumpster diving. So that's what we call a dumpster diving. When we talk about keystroke or shoulder surfing is just someone standing behind you and watching you whilst you key in some important information or important logging in information, your username and your password. So whenever you are trying to key in anywhere, you have to make sure that the person behind you is far enough so that you will not be able to see or guess the kind of keys that you are typing, in order not for him to be able to steal your important information such as your username and your password. Because if he has your username and your password, the chances of him going into your account is very easy, and he can go into that account and then make some changes of which he can deny you access to your own account. So it is important that you do that. Even when you go to the ATM and you want to withdraw some money, you go to the grocery shop, you want to make some shopping, and you are paying with a card. Whenever there is a requirement that you enter your PIN code, you have to make sure that you cover it with your hand before keying the PIN code, in order not to allow anybody to be able to guess your PIN code. So that in case he has your bank card or your debit card or whatever, he can use that to make some purchases or something of that sort. So it is important that you try to, prevent yourself from that. Tailgating, as I stated, is something that's whenever you try to open a door. We've always been encountering this. You go to the bank, or you want to enter into an office. You see people standing. Maybe the person is coming, and then he's in need of help. Maybe he's carrying some loads of which he cannot pick out his card to be able to unlock the door to enter. So you try to help him by opening the door for him. It is a bad habit. We should try to make sure that whenever you see someone, you're trying to enter your house, or maybe it's a compound house that has many tenants, and you're trying to enter into the house, the main door, and you realize that someone is standing at the door, either making call or something of that sort, and you open the door and he quickly tries to enter behind you, then it's something that you should not allow. You should stop him and ask him to open the door with his own keys, not to allow any bad person to enter into the premises. I think Pradeep is there. Pradeep, kindly allow the person who is trying to join the meeting, as I cannot see with us, of a strong and unique password. So I'm talking about password, and I just tried to talk a little bit about data breach, or psychological tricks or social engineering tricks that bad people use to get to us. But you're coming back to the password. So password is just a key that we use to lock and to unlock our accounts. Okay, so you can use the combination of numbers and then letters or maybe numbers alone, depending on the kind of, things that you use as your password. Okay, so these passwords, it's important that we have a very strong password for our various accounts. Okay, so security, strong and unique passwords are the first line of what defense against unauthorized access or protecting sensitive data. So the first line to protect your asset is you having a stronger key that no key can be able to unlock that particular door, or that can mimic that particular key that you're having. So you have a strong password. Privacy and protection, they safeguard private information and prevent identity theft or financial. Preventing unauthorized access, it's reduced the risk of what's compromised accounts and unauthorized access. So when you have a stronger password, you have security, you have privacy because your account is always protected, and then you are well protected from an unauthorized access. So common password vulnerabilities that we have are weak passwords, reuse of passwords, and phishing and social engineering. So weak passwords are easy to guess passwords like 12345 6 or 12345, or passwords pose a significant risk. So whenever you're using a simple password, like for instance, you're using your pet's name, which is very short, like 6 letters, 7, 8, these are all, we consider them as big password because it can take the hacker with a sophisticated or a modern machine to be able to break this password within hours. So if a malicious person think or a hacker knows that he can break this particular password within 2 hours, you know that he will try to sit for that 2 hours because he knows that at the end of the day, if I'm able to break this password, the things that I will get from it. So, but if he knows that this password, if he tries with anything, it can take him more than a year or 5 years. I don't think he will risk it. I don't think he will try to say, I will sit and then be guessing one password for 5 years. Meanwhile, I don't know whether that person has money or he doesn't have, whether he has sensitive information that I need or not. So he wouldn't risk it. Okay. The using of passwords, like you use one password for 5 different accounts, like the way some of us do. You have work accounts, you have Twitter, you have this. Especially the danger is that when you're using a social media platforms and then you are reusing the password, it is very easy for any malicious person to be able to know that, oh, this particular person is repeating his password. So whenever I want to log into any account, I can easily use one password that has been compromised to be able to log or to open all his accounts. Okay, so it is a bad habit that we use or we reuse our passwords. Phishing and social engineering, that's tricking users into revealing their passwords through a deceptive means, is a common vulnerability. So I made mention of social engineering at the beginning of my lectures, and social engineering is one common thing that most, I mean, um, both ethical and unethical hackers uses to gather information. You want to lure people to get to them. Okay, so it is important that we don't fall for such tricks. As I stated, dumpster diving, that we just threw papers in the dustbin without checking to properly destroy it, or we allow people to stand behind us what we are entering whilst we are entering a very important keys. It's also a way they get to us, or tailgating, or maybe they can use maybe a trick by maybe trying to call you whilst they have a baby, holding the baby crying and stuff like that, and trying to make you feel pity, make you feel sorry for them. Or sometimes they can use, tricks such as making you feel dumb, like you being embarrassed or something of that sort, so that in order for you to prevent being embarrassed, you'll be able to act in the way that they want you to act, or you being dumb, or you being, there are so many ways that they use. So it is important, or there is a scarcity of a particular item, that if you don't act within a particular time, you end up losing that particular item. These are all tricks that they use, or maybe there's a shortage, or maybe there is urgency, like something that you need to act and act quickly to be able to get to whatever they want to. So these are all tricks that bad people use to be able to get us to reveal sensitive information. The best thing that you can do as far as password is concerned, you use a lengthy password, a very long one. We've always been advised that the password should be at least 12 characters with upper, lower, and then numbers and the rest. At least it should be long, 12 letters or something. It should be complex. When we say complex, that's a combination of upper, lower keys with symbols and signs and negatives and what have you. All the things, all the peppers and then the salt that you think you can add to your to your password to make it strong. That is what you should do. Use avoidance of personal information. Don't use personal information like your name and your or your last name, or maybe your date of birth and the rest of the things. These are things that can easily be guessed. When you go to some applications and you try to set a password with your name, either your first name or your last name, the application will automatically reject that, because we don't want you to be easily, or we don't want a password that can easily be guessed or something. So it is important that we pay attention to that. Using password manager, that is what we are going to do when it comes to the software we are going to use today. Is very important. Password manager, simply password storage or organizations and retrieval. It is just something that can create a strong password for you, that can save your password, that can, help you put other accounts details into that particular app for it to save it for you. So whenever you come, you have one unique, one strong, one hard password that you would only provide, and then the rest of the things you'll be able to enter and then get other passwords. It enhances security. This provides strong encryption and protection, and protects passwords from an unauthorized access. It creates a platform of synchronization. It cross-platform synchronization. Okay, so you can add so many different platforms to wait for it to be able to save all these passwords to it. So we are going to go on the practicals where we will demonstrate what we mean by this password management. So we have two-factor authentication, MFA, that as some people call it, multi-factor authentication, or 2FA, that's two-factor authentication, or there are so many names for it. So this is just a tool that takes out the burden from the password, whereby password is you providing something that who you are. You're telling the computer, I'm Shafiu Abubakar. That's my username. My password is so. That is who I am. But the computer wants to verify me from what I have. Okay, either my phone. Okay, so he will say, okay, I will send me your code on your phone, because this is a mobile phone that you're using. So whenever I send this phone, input that code, so that I'll be able to know that indeed you are the one you said you are. Or okay, maybe no, use your fingerprints to authenticate, to tell me the software that indeed you are the one you said you are. Okay, so this is the work of the 2FA. It's provide a verification. It verifies. Aside you keying because you know there could be an instance where people's information is being compromised. So if that happens, there's no way that they can stop those people from entering into your accounts. But because the software or the machine wants to be sure that you are indeed the owner of that particular account or that particular machine, he requires that he asks you to provide something that you have. That is something that has been sent to you, or you use your fingerprints to be verified, to be authenticated before you are granted access into that particular account. It enhances security and improve authentication. So that is the work of 2FA. So we always talk about hygiene, being hygiene, password hygiene. We talk about cyber hygiene. We talk about all the hygienes that you could think of. When we're talking about hygiene, we're talking about you being clean, you cleaning your environment, you making sure that your environment is free from any germs, from any contaminations, from anything that could cause sickness or any other thing to ourselves and to people living around you. The same applies to cyber security. The same applies to computer security. The same applies to the computer itself. Okay, so we need to be, cyber pure, cyber clean, okay, by always trying to have a unique login in credentials, a unique password. We set the multi-factor authentication. We update and patch our softwares whenever the need is, around. We update our hardware. We update almost everything that needs to be updated. Okay, our system needs to be up to date. If you are using a machine, a car, you make sure that you service that car. You make sure that you change the oil. You do this because you don't want the car to break in the middle of the road. The same applies here. You don't want anyone to be able to take over your account. So you make sure that you try to do all the things that can help you to have a safe sailing. Okay. In conclusion, you should stay informed. That is education. In cybersecurity, education is very important. That is why we started with the mandatory training, in that we try to kind of inform people about the various tricks that these malicious people are using. Okay, so whenever you see a mandatory training, or whenever we are about to start this particular session, we start it with a training. So this training will take us to maybe a video, we'll watch a video of how something is happening, and then at the end of the day, we answer the questions that comes under the video. These questions are there to test our understanding for the video that we watched. So it is important that whenever we are watching the video, we pay attention, and then whenever we are answering the question, those questions that comes after the video, we all participate into it. It's not a shame that we answer and we feel we don't get the 100%. We'll try it again. We'll set and try it again. It is good that we answer 1,000 times and get it right than to say we are not going to attempt the questions because we are afraid that we get it wrong. Sometimes the more you fail, you answer and you get it wrong, the more you have a good understanding of whatever you're answering. So it is important that we always join early. And whenever we are having this mandatory training, we all try to participate. We all try to answer, help in answering the questions so that we'll have a good understanding of the training, because there are so many things that we learned from it. Last week, I stated an example that we all saw this barcode reader in that hackers could go to a restaurant and then change or put a malicious barcode to the barcode that has been provided on each and every table. So whenever you come there and you scan it, you'll be, infected with the malware. So if you don't go through this training, you may not know that hackers could go to that extent. You might think that hackers will just sit somewhere and then try to release a free Wi-Fi, and when you join, you try to, steal your credential information and what have you, or they stand somewhere and then be guessing your password and the rest of the thing. You wouldn't think that a hacker could come to a restaurant where he knew that people would come there to eat, and then they will scan the barcode to be able to know the load or the kind of food they want to order, and then the price of that food. Okay, because we are now going digital. Everything is moving from the traditional way to a digital way. So we are trying to improve everything. So things are changing, and then hackers are using the in the new technology that is coming to be able to get to us much more easier and closer. So it is important that we pay attention with this mandatory training, and then try to have a good understanding of what is happening in order to prevent ourselves. You implement best practices, you regular review, okay, of every software. So This will bring us to the end of the the theory part, but we're going to move straight to the practice. Mr. Isaac, I will be glad if you can mute yourself. If not, okay. If not, we can also take care of it from here. I'll just go through and then mute you, and then we can continue. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Okay, so I've muted Mr. Isaac nicely. So we are going to go with the password management tool that we are going to use for today. And KeyPass is very important because I'm using the KeyPass because I was ordered the other time to take some of the students through because we've been finding difficulties in that. But we are going to do KeyPass, password management too. But before then, we can also look at something here. Okay, so we all log to our various accounts, and we don't know that sometimes our passwords is being saved here. Okay, yeah, so this one. So this is a Google password manager. Okay, so when you look here, you can see that all the accounts that I have on these machines are here. And all the accounts that I saved the password on this machine, we may have the password also here. So sometimes when you want to get the password and you log into every single software using this machine, it easily takes you to how do you call it? It easily takes you to the account without asking you anything because it already has your password in that particular account. Okay, the password of that account is already on your machine, so it easily takes you to that particular site. So I'm just trying to see if I can get it so that I'll just show you. But one important thing is that whenever I want to know the password, I have to be verified. I have to use my multi-factor authentication to do that. I don't know why it's not giving because I've saved these passwords here. And normally I'm supposed to see the password in a hashed banner. It's not in plain text. So whenever I want to log into this account, it automatically brings me into this account. But we are going to move to the order of the day, which is KeyPass. So when you want to log a KeyPass, it's just free to air software. So you come to your browser, being it, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, any other, browser that you can use. You type KeyPass, okay? KeyPass, you enter. So these are KeyPass. These are all KeyPass that you can use. So we want to go to KeyPass downloads. I don't know. Okay, so we have the KeyPass download. You can use the first one, or you can go to download KeyPass save. So when you come, this is the new release. You go there, you click on it, so you can download KeyPass for this machine, being it Linux or Windows or what have you. So this is a KeyPass for Windows. So I can download this. Whenever I download, you can see that it's downloaded. So it's very easy for you to get KeyPass. It's almost done downloading. So when the downloading finishes, this is a KeyPass. I can open it. Okay, so it's asking me to give permission. I will say yes. So I'm using English, yes. And then I accept and agree. Yes, I'll go to next. Okay, so you go to next, you leave it as it is, you don't check, you don't change anything. You go and then you install. I'm not going to install it because I already have it on my machine. I have 2 of it on my machine already, so I'm not going to install that, okay, because I already have it on my desktop. So as you can all see, it's here. So whenever I try to open it, it's asking me for a master password. Okay, so it's asking for a master password. Let me just ignore this and see. So I come here, I'm just going to create the database for it. So we go to new, and it's asking me your data will be stored in a key pass database file, which is a regular file. After clicking OK, you'll be prompted to specify the location where keepers should save this file. So it is important that you remember where the database life is stored, and you should regularly create a backup of the database file onto an independent data storage device. So I said, okay, I agree. So maybe I want to store it anywhere. I can do that on document, anywhere. So let me see, I'm saving it here. So here, all that I need to do is to generate a master password. So the master password that I'm going to generate for the purpose of this class is, let's say, Softafrique with a capital S, Softafrique, Softafrique 2024. Okay, so let's go back, or maybe let's make it Softafrique at 2024. Okay, let me retype it again. Softafrique with a capital S at 2024. Okay, so I think this will be fine. So Softafrique at 2024. Okay, so I think this should be okay. So you have more areas that if you want to fill, you can do that. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to limit it to this. And then you press OK. But it's telling me that still the password that I'm using is not strong. So what would I do? I say, okay, no, me, I'll just leave it like that. I like it like that. It's strong for me. But the machine is requiring that, the software is requiring that I should have a password that is even stronger. Okay, so I'll say yes, just forget about it. So the database, what name am I going to give the database? I'll say TIS. That's, I mean, Threat Intelligence Seminar. Okay, with the security, I can decide to make some changes and everything, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. The compression as it is, recycling bin, yeah, it has been checked, everything is in order, and then the advanced, I will try to leave it there. But if you are using the software, you can decide to make any changes. You can decide to put anything that you want to put, and the security, you can make some changes. You can just do anything. The iterations, you can also add whatever you want to do. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we are just going to leave it like this. You enter a short description of your database. Let's say, I mean, threat intelligence database, or practicing or something of that sort. You can make any description. Okay. So any description I thought that you want to make, you can, or practice or anything, you can just write anything. Just give it a description. So the custom check, you can leave it like that. You press OK. So with this, I would like to print for the purpose of me. Maybe in case I've forgotten my password and everything, I should be able to have a file that I can depend on. You can send a print and then you to just print it in your, your document or something. Let me try. Okay, so you have it here. You have the print. You can just print it and then it's saved here. So whenever you save it, you can give it a name. That's TIS. Let me see. TIS 01. Okay. So you can just save it here. So we are done. So whenever you create a password, whenever you open it like this, you have this as defaults. Okay. So these are there as defaults, but we don't want to work with this. And then we have the general, we have Windows, we have network, we have internet, emails, we have home, banking, and the rest. And all of our things, you can add anything. So you can add a group here. So these are the groups that we have. But this group, we are going to use it for training. So we can say it's a training group. Okay. So this is the training group. You can make some notes. This group is created for training purpose. Okay. is created, sorry, is created for training purpose, for the purpose of training. Okay, of training. Okay, so let's see. So we have it, and then the date, everything. You can look at the properties, and then can tag auto typings and the rest, plugs data, and all the things. You can decide to make it your own. So we have this new database. So with this training, what we want to do is to have a new, input, a new account, okay, being created. So when you want to make a new entry, you can add an entry by just simply clicking on this, or you placing your cursor here, right click, and then you do add entry. So whichever one you take will work for you. So all that we need to do, all that we need to have is for us to have this particular, box, so that we'll be able to input it or to put all the information that we want to put. So this is a training, and with the training, we may have different accounts that we want to save here, so that anytime we want to open that account, we can easily come here and then open that account from here. So can someone help me with the name with any account or any software that he think we should start with? Anything at all, any software, being it Facebook, Twitter, anything at all that he think we can use to save the accounts here. So we will start with that one. Can someone help me with one? Can someone help me with any account that he or she think we should start with, or any software that he or she think we should start with? Guys, are you all here with me? Hello? Are you all here?
Let's try. Yeah, hello.
What are we trying with?
I was saying, what about Gmail?
Gmail. Okay,
Yeah.
so Gmail. So maybe the title should be Gmail, right? Okay, Gmail. Yeah, I think, no, yeah, Gmail. So let's say the username. Then can you still help me with the username? Any username that you think we should use?
Let's use Nanayao.
Nanayao
Nana underscore Yao.
underscore Yao. Okay. At gmail.com, right?
Yeah.
.com. Okay. Okay. So we are just going to use this for demonstration. So can you give us any password that you think we should use? Any password at all?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, thank you. So let's go back again and then see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is it. It's very weak though. As you can see, the quality is 7 bits, and you can see that the lighting, the color is within red, which signals that it's a weaker password. But we don't worry. We'll just look at what we can do about it. So let's go. Let's use. I want to get the URL for Gmail. Okay, let me just close this. Let me just use Chrome. Yeah. Okay. So Chrome. Yeah. So Gmail. I just want to get the URL. Okay, so Gmail login, Gmail sign in. No, this is too long. I don't want to Gmail. Okay. So email, okay. Sign in Google account. Yeah. So my account, Google, blah, blah, blah. So this should work. I think, no. Let me just go back. I just want to get something. I don't want it to have anything to Google account sign in. Yeah, I think this one should work. My account Google. Okay, so let me just copy this URL. Okay, so that is what we need. You can do Control C or whatever you want to do, and then you come here. We do a Control V. Okay, so we have the Google accounts. So you can make a description, the notes, Gmail login. Okay, so we have it. Everything is in order. We like our password. We like everything. So we save it. So over here, you can see that we have a Gmail account. Okay, so we can do that to another account. We can create another one too as well. So let's do another entry and see. So can another person help me with another account that you think we can use? We don't want to use Gmail again. We want to use a different thing. What other thing can we use? What other thing can we use? Can someone help me with another account?
Let's do LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, so LinkedIn. Okay, so can you give me the account details, the username for LinkedIn? Any username, anything at all?
Mm, Do Afia underscore Agi.
Ifia underscore
Agnes.
Agnes. Okay, with double S or single S?
Double S is good.
Okay. Okay. So can you give me any password that we can use?
Password. I like to read.
You said I like
I
to read.
like to read.
I like.
To read.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I like to read. Okay. Thank you. No uppercase, no lowercase. Just I like to read. I think I get it right. Okay. So you said LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
So let's see if we can get. Don't want to. Okay. Let me see. LinkedIn. Yeah. Okay. I just want to copy this address because I don't want it to just open my accounts, but I think this address should do. LinkedIn.com fits. No. Okay, let me see. Okay, you log in LinkedIn. Okay. I just want to get the account log into LinkedIn login. So now. Okay, so I think yeah, this should do. Let me just copy this one because copy. Okay, so let me just paste it here. Control V. All right, so we have it. LinkedIn login. LinkedIn log. Okay, so we have LinkedIn now. I think we can limit ourselves to these two. Yeah, for now. And let me just do this. I just want to close this thing that I've opened. I don't want to have any, and I don't think I have Gmail opened. Yeah, okay. Okay, Gmail. Let me just sign out. Okay, let me just sign out from my Gmail. Okay, let me close it. So for the purpose of this demonstration, we just want to close everything and then we'll see if, okay, so let me go back to my keypass. All right, so the key pass is here. So we have Gmail and LinkedIn. So all that I want to do is to open these two accounts without having to type in the keyword or password. Okay, so I'll just double click on this. And as you can see, I'm on my Gmail, create accounts, go to accounts, I don't know, great. So I'm here. So all that I need to do is to enter my login in credentials, okay? So with this, I think with Gmail, all that I need to do is just to copy the username, okay? Copy username, and then we come here. I think it opens with Mozilla Firefox. Come here, and then I paste it. So as you can see, I have my Nanayao here already. So the next thing is just to go next. Nanayao accounts, couldn't find a Google account of that name, but all that we're trying to do is just to see if we can use this particular account, this particular information URL to be able to open any accounts. And as you can see, because this is I already have it open here. That's why I was trying to, okay. No, I just want to go to the last option next. Okay. No, not this one. I just want to go to where I can open an account. Yeah. So because Nanayao is not here, but still, all that I wanted to demonstrate is you being able to get everything under one roof. So you have these various accounts. So I can come here, make a copy. I can copy the password of Nanayao, and then I'll come to Google. If it provides the option, I'll just paste it, and then I'll have my account, my password there. As well as whenever I want to do, I can still do an autofill with that by going here, and then you just make an perform autofill. You can see that the name has already been typed there, and I don't know if all of us have seen what I saw when I tried doing that. Okay, when I tried autofill, I just placed the cursor here and went to Nanayao's account. I do a perform auto type, and then already you can see that the account is trying to open. That is one thing that the key pass does. I can go to the LinkedIn as well and try to see if I can log into that LinkedIn account. Okay. Yeah, the reason why I didn't want to, because I've already logged to this particular account. It's giving me, it's taking me direct to my accounts. But I can do another one. Let me try, let's say, let me try anything that we do here, like a Qualys accounts. So I can say, okay, let me try Qualys. Okay. So maybe the username to that Qualys account is, let's say, Shafiu. Okay. Shafiu underscore Abubakar. Abubakar 01. Okay. As by accounts. And then the password can be ABK0101. As well, I can do that here. ABK0101 as my password. So the URL, I have to go to the portal. Okay, the student portal. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's here. So I can just click on Qualys to be able to open Qualys. So when I do that, I'll just copy this URL. That is all I need to be able to open Qualys. So I can copy that and then come to KeyPass and then paste it here. So when I paste it, I'll do Qualys login, Qualys login, and then I'll just close it. Okay, so I have Qualys now, but I'll just go here and then close this particular page. and then come back. So I'm just closing it. I now want to open it using the keypass. So all that I need to do is just to double click on the link here, and then I'm into Qualys. So this is not what I want. This is not the address that I want, because I've always been opening it. I've said the software, the username and the password on my machine. So as soon as I try to log in, it brings me here. So all that I'm doing is that I have Qualys here. So now I want to log into Qualys. You can see I didn't type any URL. I just opened the password manager. Okay. After opening the password manager, I just double click on the link, and then it sends me directly to Qualys. So I'm here on Qualys. I'll just click whatever information that I have here, and then I'll restore it. So now I want to log into Qualys. All that I have to do, the next thing I have to do is just to copy and paste the username and the password, because I don't need to enter any password, any username. So I will just do a right click, and then I'll come here, copy password. So I'll just copy the password, go to my browser, Qualys is here, and then I'll paste it there. So as you can see, my password is there. Let me minimize it again, and then I'm left with the username. I'll go there again. You do a Control-C to copy, or right-click, you copy the username, okay, and then as well come to the browser, the Qualys, and then I'll paste the username, that's Shafiu_Abubakar01, and then I'll try to log into Qualys. Because this is a dummy account, this is not a real one, it will not take me into that account. The next thing that I can do is that I'm too lazy. I don't want to be doing copy and paste thing to Qualys. I just don't want to do that. I'm too lazy to do that. All that I want to do is I want the keypass to be able to fill everything for me. So all that I have to do is just to place my cursor here at the beginning, where you have the login, user login. I place my cursor there, and then I'll just minimize it. I'll go to Qualys, where I have the username and password. I right click on that, and then I'll say I'm performing auto type, or you can do that with Control V. Okay, if you want to use the keyboard, you can use it. You can use Control V to do that, or you perform auto typing. So I just click on that, and then I'll fold my hands. So as we can see, nothing happens. We didn't see anything. Nothing is here, but it has to work. It has to do that. So I'm minimizing again. I'm just going back to that particular site, right click, and then do perform auto typing. This time around, I'm hoping that it will work. Still, no magic. Okay, let me just minimize it like this, and then see if it will work for me. So now everyone is seeing. I'll just do perform auto typing, and then the magic is done. Did you guys all see it? Or I should try it again? Okay, let me clean it. I'm too lazy. I don't want to do a copy and paste thing. I just want the machine, the software, to be able to fill everything for me. I placed my cursor here, and then I send my cursor to the main thing, and then I perform auto type. Automatically, you can see that the username, the password, all is being filled for me. And then even the software, click the button that has to do with the opening of that particular software, and then try to log me in. But because this is not the correct account, that is why I'm unable to log in directly into that account. So if you are to use a good account, for that matter, an account that exists, you should be able to kind of open it. So whenever I'm done, I can just I can exit, okay? Or I can save, or I can just do anything. I can exit it. And then whenever I want to open, I want to go back to keypass again. I'm locked. I can't go. So now the software is requiring that I put, how do you call it, my master key. Can someone remember the master key that we used when we creating this particular software? Do we remember? Can anyone remember the password I used? Can anyone remember? I used Softafrique with a capital S. That is one bad thing about strong key password. Now none of us is able to remember the password we used. It's very easy for anyone to forget his or her password. So it's common. So we use Softafrique with a capital S, Softafrique, right? At 2024. Is that right? So we click on OK and we are there. So all that you need to do is just to remember the master password that you use. So we can close it again. Assuming now I have all my accounts into this particular software. So whenever I want to open Facebook, I want to open Gmail, I want to open Callis and the rest, I don't need to remember all the passwords. I don't need to remember. All that I need to remember is the master password that I used. So whenever I double click on it to open this particular application, all that I need to put is my Softafrique at 2024. That is all I need. And then click on OK. I'm into my account. So now I want to go to Gmail. All that I'll do is double click here and then Gmail is open. No, I don't need only Gmail. I want to go to LinkedIn. I double click here and then I have my LinkedIn account open. Okay, let me just sign out from LinkedIn. Okay, remember to sign out. Okay, sign out. So I'm signing out from LinkedIn. Okay, okay, yeah. So now I'm off LinkedIn. Okay, new LinkedIn to join. Okay, so right now I have LinkedIn here. So if, for instance, I want to open the LinkedIn that I have here, which is this one, I've signed out. So all that I need to do here is to come to LinkedIn here, copy the password. Okay, I've copied it, go back to LinkedIn, and then I paste my password. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I've copied it well. Yeah, copy password. Yeah, just copied. So let me come to LinkedIn. Why is LinkedIn behaving this way? The password has been copied, so why is it not giving me the chance to paste it? Okay, so let me try this. Let me just close this one, and then let me come here, LinkedIn, open it. Okay, so I'm here. Let me see. Okay, so let me see if it will work this time around. LinkedIn, if yeah, let me copy the password. Okay, so it has been copied. Okay, this definitely rejected. I'll come here and then I'll paste it. So if yeah, the password has been pasted, and then I'll go back to take the username, copy the username. If yeah, it has been copied, let me come back and then I'll just paste it. So that's Ifia underscore Agnes. So let me try to join. You can see it's not giving me access, but all that we want to do is we've been able to do that. But you can as well do an autofill. Okay, so where you don't need to remember anything. All that you need to do is just to, remember the path remember the master key. So I go to Ifia and then I'll do perform an auto typing, and then you can see that the information has been inputted into the account. I hope everyone has seen it. Let me just delete it again and then try it once more. Okay, so I go to IFIA, do a right click, I perform auto type or control V, and everything is there. And it tries to log me in, but the account is not giving me access because it's not a correct, input, or login in credentials. So that is it for LinkedIn, and I can do that as well to, Qualys, as I did earlier. Okay, so I don't need this one. I'll just clean everything. Okay, and then I can perform an auto typing, which is much more easier. Okay, so as soon as I place my cursor here, and I perform auto type, automatically everything is being, inputted, and then it tries to log me into that account, of which it's not giving me access. So you can do that to every single account that you put here. So all that you need to remember, guys, is the master key. When you remember the master key, or if you remember the master key, then you may have access to every single thing that you may need as far as logging into your various accounts is concerned. I think with this, I'll just lower the curtain. I'll come back in-house if there's any question that anyone wants to ask or any clarification or anything, we can address that before we leave the floor to able Madam Janet. So doors are open for any questions. Thank you, guys. Okay, I'm still here. Mr. Isaac, William, Mr. William, how are you doing? Hello. Okay, in the absence of anything, Madam Janet, you can come in. You can take
All right,
us through.
Shafiu, thank you so much for taking today's session. It was quite in depth. Anyway, so yes, welcome to all our first timers. So as our host and speaker for today mentioned, we are live today on a number of platforms. And yes, subsequently, there's the way we'll be going. So on whichever platform you have joined, you should look out for a space every Wednesday, same time. All right, so did our Softafrique Threat Intelligence Seminar leave you hungry for more knowledge? But before I go ahead, let me introduce us. We are Softafrique, a leading IT and cybersecurity firm. So, well, we've got a perfect next step for you. The Softafrique Cybersecurity Plus course, a comprehensive 4-month program designed to take your cybersecurity skills to new heights. Why invest 4 months with Softafrique? In the ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats, we believe in giving you the depth and expertise needed to navigate confidently. So our 4-month course isn't just a program, it's a transformative journey where you master the intricacies of cybersecurity through immersive learning experiences. So what's in store for you? So picture this: hands-on labs, real-world simulation, and in-depth lectures from industry experts. So Softafrique doesn't just teach cybersecurity, we equip you with the practical skills required to defend against today's cyber challenges. Who is it for? So whether you are an IT professional, a small or large business owner, or someone passionate about Safeguarding Digital Landscapes. Our course caters for you. Take charge of your cybersecurity destiny and join a community of like-minded individuals dedicated to securing the digital world. So what will you master in 4 months? So advanced threat intelligence, network security architecture, cybersecurity policy and governance, penetration testing and ethical hacking, security compliance and risk management, and much, much more. So some of the perks of Softafrique Cybersecurity Plus course. So you enjoy international recognized certifications, so mentorship from cybersecurity experts, exclusive access to Softafrique's resource hub, real-world projects to bolster your portfolio. Limited seats are available. This isn't just a course, it's an investment in your future. Secure your spot now for the Softafrique Cybersecurity Plus course. The next 4 months could redefine your career. So visit us through our websites or social media handles. You can find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok to reserve your place. So yes, this session, as we are all in today, is our TIS session. That's Threat Intelligence Seminar. It happens every Wednesday, same time, that's 12 Eastern or 5 Greenwich Meridian time. We also have an orientation session every Friday. You can join in there and learn more about our course and what happens in there. The time is 1 p.m. Eastern time or 6 Greenwich Meridian time. So thank you once again. Thank you to all who repped today. We hope to be seeing you each and every Wednesday, and come with a friend. Thank you so much, Shafil. Thank you all. Have a great rest of day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Madam Janet, and bye-bye.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
very much, Mr. Isaac, Agnes, Nanel, and the rest. Alex, and all the people that joined. Thank you.